Everyone, it's Nicole here and welcome back to BOCHIKNOT Macrame. In this pattern tutorial, we will be going over some macrame bear ears and cat ears. So I do know Halloween is coming up, and with that I wanted to come up with a macrame related costume idea. An easy last minute go-to costume I usually go for are to throw on some bear ears or cat ears. And so that is why I decided to make some cat ears and bear ears so that you too can make them and use them for your Halloween costume. These also make fun little crafts for your kids as well, so if you are looking for a family activity to do on Halloween, then this may be it. The bear ears pattern is similar to our semicircle pattern, where you start off on one side and make a row of double half-inch knots onto the other side, and then you go back and forth. For the cat ears, we do make double half-inch knots as well. We start off with a row of double half-inch knots, and then we subtract one knot with every row after that. What I like about these cat ears and bear ears is that there's no sew and no glue necessary. Although for the cat ears, if you do want to secure it more, you can sew or glue the flaps together. But I was able to tuck them in so that you didn't have to do that, and they are still fairly secure. This is a crafty, beginner-friendly project. If you guys are a beginner with macrame and interested in learning more, you may want to check out our macrame starter kit, where we go over the 6 basic knots of macrame in a small wall hanging. If instead you just want to get the right cord and learn off a variety of different YouTube tutorials, we do offer a 2-for-1 cord deal for beginners. If you guys are interested in checking out any of these, I'll post links to them in the video description below. And with that, let's get started. You will need some materials and supplies to make this pattern. I've used 3mm cotton cord for these ears, and of course you will also need some headbands. The cord I will be using for this tutorial is a 3mm single strand cotton cord from our rainbow cord line. The one I'm holding up here is our 3mm single strand natural colored with gold metallics spun with the natural cord. This cord is soft and sturdy and comes in multiple different colors, which makes it great for macrame artists to work with. The one I have here on the right is the cappuccino colored, also from our 3mm single strand cord line. You will of course also need some headbands to attach the ears onto. I purchased these in a 3-pack from the dollar store for $1. The very first pattern we're going to make is the bear ears pattern. You will be working from the pattern with the headband upside down. Pin or tape down one side of the headband. To begin, we're going to take a strand of cord at 80 centimeters long, fold it in half, and we're going to attach it onto the top of the headband using a lark's head knot. Repeat once more to the right with another strand of 80 centimeter long cord folded in half attached onto the headband using a lark's head knot. Now we're going to take a 100 centimeter long cord, fold it loosely in half, and we're going to attach it onto the right side using a lark's head knot. But before tightening the lark's head knot, we're going to make sure that the left cord is shorter and matches with the length of the left 4 cords. So match the left cord with the shorter cords, and it should be approximately 40 centimeters long, which is what the length of the other cords should be. and then the right cord should be longer. We will be using the far right cord as the anchor cord to make the rows of double half-hitch knots, so it does need to be a little bit longer than the other cords. So now we're going to start with the middle 4 cords and we're going to make a square knot. Then taking that far right cord over to the left, we're going to make a series of 5 double half-hitch knots onto the left side. It should be in the form of a curved pattern surrounding the square knot. Then with the anchor cord, we're going to make a vertical lark's head knot onto the left side of the headband. Take the cord from front to back through the right loop, bring it over to the left and behind the headband and through the loop in the front. Now we're going to repeat the same pattern from left to right this time for another row of double half-hitch knots. Before we attach the anchor cord onto the right side of the headband, we're going to take a 60 centimeter long cord folded in half and attach it onto the anchor cord using a reverse lark's head knot. And that is because there's a small gap there and we want to fill it up with another strand of cord. Now close off with a vertical lark's head knot onto the right side of the headband with the anchor cord. Take that anchor cord over to the left and make another row of double half-hitch knots over to the left side. Make another vertical lark's head knot onto the left side of the headband. And now we're going to make our last row of double half-hitch knots back to the right side. We're going to pull on this row tightly so that it curves to the back. Make the very last vertical lark's head knot onto the right side. It's okay if there is a gap there. That last row of double half hitch knots should be at the back, and you shouldn't be able to see that there is a gap at the front of the pattern. Once the lark's head knot has been completed, we're going to take that working cord we just used, and with the next cord up, we're going to make a double overhand knot towards the bottom of the ear. Now, using one of those cords from the double overhand knot as the anchor cord, we're going to take the remaining cords from the left and make a horizontal row of double half hitch knots at the bottom of the ear. This forms a little pocket at the back of the ear pattern. Now we're going to take that anchor cord and we're going to weave it through the side of the left ear from front to back. And then take that cord and the cord next to it on the right for another double overhand knot. Cut off the excess cords, leave about a ½ inch to an inch of fringe at the end, and then we're going to tuck them underneath the pocket. Now we're going to tuck those excess fringe into the pocket underneath. Repeat the same bare ear pattern onto the other side, mirroring what we had just done. So as you can see here, the far left cord is the longer cord end, whereas the right 5 cords are the shorter cord ends. Repeat the same first 2 rows as we did before, and then before ending the second row of double half hitch knots, attach that 60 centimeter long cord with a reverse lark's head knot, and then continue on with the pattern just like what we did on the other side. Lastly, tuck in those fringe ends in the pocket, And you are now complete with the bear ears pattern. We're now going to make the cat ears pattern. To do this, we're going to need 8 strands of cord at 80 centimeters long. With the very first cord, we're going to place it down vertically and pin or tape down the top part of the cord. Then we're going to take a second strand and we're going to attach it onto the center of the vertical cord using a double half-hitch knot. Make sure that before you tighten the horizontal cord, that the knot is made at the center of the horizontal cord as well. So match up the ends before you tighten the knot. Repeat this 2 more times underneath. Take the top part of the vertical cord downwards and match it up with the other end to make sure that those double half-hitch knots are made on one side of the loop. Then we're going to pin or tape down the top part of the double half-hitch knots, and then with the bottom cords we're going to make another row of double half-hitch knots onto the bottom anchor cord. Then on the other side, we're going to add another row of double half-hitch knots, but this time we're going to make 1 less, and we're going to only make 2 double half-hitch knots. Then repeat the same thing on the other side. Repeat for 1 more double half-hitch knot on both sides. Once the pattern is complete, it should be shaped like a triangle. And now we can attach the pattern onto the headband using vertical lark's head knots. Start with the far left cord and attach it onto the headband using a vertical lark's head knot. We're then going to take every second cord and attach it onto the headband using the same knot. Bring the working cord to the back of the pattern. Skip the next cord over and then take the next one after that and make another vertical lark's head knot. Skip another cord, then take the next cord, and then take the very last cord on the right and make a vertical lark's head knot. There should be a total of 4 vertical lark's head knots made onto the headband. Turn the pattern upside down at the back, and we're now going to make a V-shaped double half-hitch knot pattern. Starting with the far left cord as the anchor cord, make 3 diagonal double half-hitch knots to the right. Then take the far right cord as the anchor cord and make 3 diagonal double half-hitch knots to the left. Then to tuck in the excess cords, you can either cut the fringe now and leave an inch of the fringe left first, or you can pull the cords through to the back of the pattern. So through the inside of the pattern and out through the back of the ears before you cut off all the excess cords. That way you can make sure that the cords are tucked inside securely. Here I have already cut off most of the excess cords, and now I'm going to tuck them in through the flap and out the holes onto the back side. So there should be some fuzzy fringe coming through the holes. This is definitely easier to do if you kept those longer strands and pulled them through to the back first before cutting off the excess. Repeat for the same pattern onto the other side of the headband.
As you can see on the left, I pulled through the long cords through the holes at the back before cutting them off, so you can see that there's that fuzzy part on the left side. And you are now complete with the cat ears pattern.
And that's a wrap with our macrame bear ears and cat ears tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and click subscribe if you guys haven't already to stay tuned for more videos just like this. I do have one more plain headband left, and if there are any other animal ears you guys want me to make, let me know in the comment section below and I'll do up a tutorial for that. And if you guys are interested in learning more about making macrame animals, we are coming out with a macrame animal series for the month of November on our BOCHIKNOT macrame community on Patreon. We do focus on a particular theme monthly on our BOCHIKNOT macrame community. The ultimate goal on that platform is to help beginners advance their macrame skill set to get to an intermediate and advanced levels with weekly macrame lessons focused on specific skills and techniques. For more details on that, you can check out patreon.com/BOCHIKNOT. I really hope you guys had fun with this one. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.